Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yasmina Jazzy Jasmine here. Grand Rising, Assalamu Alaikum. It's 8:33 in the morning here in New York. Welcome back to my channel. I hope all is well. Only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Right now I'm going to speak about some visions that my creator Allah has allowed me to see. We're going to talk about something that happened when I woke up the night before at 4:30 in the morning. That's one. And it's about fire, which the angels, the saints, Allah, the creator, has allowed me to see and understand something a little bit more deeper, especially with this chaotic energy on earth. Prophet Muhammad wasalam, people looked at him like he was crazy because he was truly gifted. And a lot of us chosen ones, we get looked at like that because we have these visions. Another vision I'm going to speak about in regards to angel. An angel came to me when I was doing the Isha prayer yesterday. And I will describe what this angel looked like. I do feel it was Angel Uzair. Those of you who are familiar with Angel Metatron. And I'm going to speak about what came to my mind today at 6 something in the morning when I was walking my dog. So, we're going to speak about this. What happened to me was 4:30 in the morning the night before. The night before, I checked my stove because my mother came back to stay with me for a little while. And, she's a bit older. She's about she's 74, mashallah. So the night before I fell asleep, it was 8 o'clock. I made sure, all the stove knobs were off. And this is what I'm going to share with you. It's not to put fear in your heart, but this is to describe what hellfire feels like. And this is, I've asked Allah and Angel Jibreel and the angels, Mikael, Jibreel, Israfil, Azrael, to show me signs, clear signs day by day, so that for myself and for you guys to deliver the truth. Now, I wake up 4:30. When I get to my bedroom door, right? When I get to my bedroom door, I feel this heat. When I say heat, I said, what is this heat? And I live in an old Soviet Union building here in New York. The heat that we have in this building is not even that strong. I said, what is this heat? I open my door. Heat. I said, what is this? I'm not panicking. I said, what's this heat? I'm feeling like I'm in, still my soul is on another eon. I go in my kitchen because that's where the heat is truly coming from. I stand before. Now, I have a long kitchen, and this, these apartments that we live in this building, they're really big and spacious and built a specific way. I look at my stove because I see this light, the kettle, the outside of this metal iron kettle, the outside was orange. Light was coming out of this kettle. I look on the bottom of the kettle on the stove, the flame is on, full. I said, oh, wow. And the heat that I'm feeling, the light was so bright. I then go to my stove. I turn off the stove. On top of the kettle is a glass, a circle glass for the cap. When I look inside, I swear to Allah, when I look inside, it was like the blazing sun inside the circle. I never seen red and orange like this ever in my life before. When I say the heat, I felt the heat on my body. When I looked inside, I had this weird vision. And I hear, this is how the hellfire feels. I turn it off and I said, what was that about? I go to my mother, I said, Ma, you forgot to turn off. You left, mind you guys, I fell asleep after 8. My mom said she stood up till 1 o'clock in the morning. So that kettle must have been on till 11, 10 because she likes to make tea. The kettle cap was open. When I went to her, I said, Ma, why would you leave that on? She said, Jasmine, I didn't do that. I don't remember. I know she did. I said to myself, what, a jinn came and turned on the stove? No. My mom forgot. But that was a sign, a revelation for me. To show me, Allah wanted to show me. To remind you guys that hellfire is near. Because these visions and these downloads that I receive and the energy here on earth, the chaotic energy on earth, is truly happening, guys. You know, you guys can look back at my other videos. I'm not re-explaining things. I'm trying to convey my message very thoroughly and purely. And this was a sign for me to tell you guys that Judgment Day is coming. And the hellfire is near. The beast, the evil forces are on this earth. And when that calmed down, when that cooled down, and I put on my headphones, I listened to DMT frequencies. And mind you guys, let me tell you something about being a chosen one and having sacred vessels. I don't take no drugs. On March 4th, I will have a year sober, alhamdulillah. Thank you, Allah. Okay? You don't need, some people, they say, hey, they do LSD to have visions of the angels. And no. I'm here to tell you, I'm raw dog in my life, sober. There's no narcotic in my system, no medication in my system. This is pure creator energy. You don't need drugs to have visions, and I'm here to tell you that. When you don't need to rely on that stuff. People take LSD and all this stuff and ayahuasca. Listen, you know what you got to tell yourself? I am the ayahuasca. I literally said that to myself this morning. I said, I am the ayahuasca. You have to remember, guys, that when you're selected to see these visions, you're not crazy. Okay? Allah chose you to see these visions. The Creator chose you. And Christ's energy is on this earth, baby. I've been saying this for several months now, and people had looked at me as if I was crazy. People, childhood friends, family members, they casted me out. And that's why I took all this to my YouTube channel. I've always known who I was, and I've always known I was truly gifted by Allah, just as you guys are. And this is why I'm coming on this channel, because a lot of you probably feel left alone with the visions and the downloads and the prophetic dreams that you have, and how connected and how much of a believer you are when it comes to the angels, the saints, the noble angels, the noble saints, and the Creator. When I looked at the kettle, inside the kettle, guys, it was dark on the inside of it, because obviously it's metal. How much it was burning for 7 hours. It was like lead pieces inside. The circle of it was black, gray. It was all smoky in there, as if the sun went out. You get what I'm saying? This is spiritually. This is Allah showed me this, Jasmine. This is the hellfire. When the sun blazes and it goes out, this is how the world is going to look. That's okay? I have communication with my Creator. He sends me communication from my angels. And I'm here to remind you guys that it's coming. It's coming, baby. It is coming. We're not crazy. And a lot of you have to turn to your Creator, the true Creator, which is Allah. And I'm not here to convert anybody to Islam. I was born Islamic. I've experienced other religions, and I will always say this in my videos. But my true Creator, the true Creator, is Allah. Okay? And I said, wow, look at this kettle. This is how the world is going to look when Judgment Day is here. When everything splits, when the fire comes, when the beasts come. And these days, it's coming, because the energy on earth is crazy. Look how my mom said to me, when I shared what I was feeling here on earth a few days ago, and I said, there's chaos energy, everything's getting destructed and cleared. My mom literally goes, I said, the way the wind was coming for 3 days in a row for me, and when I'm seeing it in the clouds, how the clouds are moving so fast, I said, something is coming in fast, and something is going to happen here on earth. And I will speak, I have books that all factual, everything about the angels of Islam, everything, paradise and hell, everything. My mom goes, Jasmine, there's a plane crashed in Canada. I don't watch the news, mind you. I haven't watched the news in years. Okay, we don't watch the news. And I say, yeah, there's probably more going on, and we don't even know. I'm in New York. We don't even know. I don't even know what's going on in certain parts in Yemen and all. Okay, so let me get back into it. Let me breathe, because I have high energy, mashallah, and there's a lot I want to speak about. So that happened. So that is one sign for me to remind you guys, the hellfire is real. Okay? The hellfire is real, and things are changing here on earth. If you want to believe me, believe me. You don't want to believe me, that's okay. I know what I feel. I know what I see. And my Allah allows me to see. And I want you guys to wake up. Wake up and turn to your Creator. Wake up and be a believer. Another thing is, I'm going to share. 2 days ago, I pray 5 times a day. And in one of my, which prayer was it? I forgot which one it was. I didn't wash my feet, because you're supposed to clean certain body parts before you make a prayer with water. And I said, Allah, my feet are clean, right? I go to pray. The moment when I make one rakat and I put my head down on the floor and I say Allahu Akbar, my eyes are closed. I see this man in white with a kaftan, right? And I see his ankles and his feet. His feet, his toenails looked ugly. And jinns have feet like this, long toes with nails like that. Okay, they describe how the jinns look. And not everyone can see jinns. When I looked at the spirit's feet, I said, oh my God, that is ugly. That's Allah showing me, hey, I'm real, baby. You were supposed to wash your feet. All right, that's one thing I wanted to share. Now another thing. Allah. Yesterday I was praying. I was doing my last prayer, the Isha prayer. I love my noble saints and noble angels. And you guys have to understand, when you're selected and when you're chosen to see certain visions, to hear certain things, the saints and noble saints of Allah move through you. You have to ask, who are you as well? When you pray to your Creator, you have to ask, who am I? Why am I able to see this? Why am I able to understand this? Why am I able to hear this? Why do I feel this? Why am I able to transmute and heal myself? The saints were very powerful, are very powerful, the noble saints of Allah. There's over 100,000 of saints. Saints have different abilities and powers. I ask Allah, you guys may have to ask, are you a saint, a selected soul of a saint that came back down on this earth to do good, to remind people of the day of judgment, to remind people that the Creator is real, to remind people that the angels are real, to remind people that they are able to form and deform. And it's very deep, guys. It is very deep. And I'm not here on this channel to misguide anybody. I am a truth speaker. Okay? Just like Prophet Muhammad wasallam. And as I began to even get to understand my religion that I was born with, I didn't know that Prophet Muhammad was shunned upon, that they looked at him as if he was crazy because of his visions, because the angels communicated with him. And this video came to me on YouTube, okay? And I'm really studying a lot, and it has helped me to understand who I am and things that I have experienced. When I saw how the people said that Prophet Muhammad was a madman, he was crazy, that's how I felt. When I came out and I started sharing my visions and dreams to childhood friends and family members on Instagram, I was getting no support, no love, and people were doing things in the shadows so that I don't get recognized. But that's okay. That's okay. Because we move past those barriers. I'm not here to seek validation from anybody. I seek my validation from my Creator. So every time I come on this channel and I start to share, I ask my Creator, shall I go and share this? The thing was, I wanted to share the whole thing with the kettle thing, and my mom goes, don't do that. She was like, don't do that, you may scare people. I said, no, but this is the truth. I have to convey this message. Now, I'm praying yesterday, doing the Isha prayer. And after I finished doing the 4 rakats, I don't ask Allah for much, And the last couple of times I pray for for two of my relatives and, family. But I sat there and I was talking to my Creator and the angels. And Metatron came to my mind. And in Islam, Metatron is Uzair. Osiris is also Uzair. I am very fond of Osiris. I look at Osiris as a divine father, like a brother, as an ancient ancestor. And I do love Angel Metatron, but in Islam his name is not Metatron. They consider him Uzair. You guys could do your studying upon that, and I can also share things upon. And I'm sitting there in the prayer, and I said to my Creator, Allah, just show me who I truly am. And I keep getting the signs. And I have my eyes closed, and I swear to my own head, that's this bright orange light. If I was a great artist, like I am a good artist to draw and to color, but not perfect as some. But I am going to draw this out as the rest of my other visions on my canvases, and I have supplies that I really want to do this, and I want to show it to the world. On my knees, and I have my hands like this. This orange light, when I say glistening, this light was so bright. It was orange, gold, and yellow all together. It was an angel in human form. It was an angel in human form. And this is not the first time Allah has allowed me to see the angels and the seraphim angels, the angel wings and their eyes, the four angels from me. It is a young, when I say it felt like the galaxy, the colors, the way the colors of this angels, the color of this angel, the way it was emitting towards me, it was like the galaxy of time and space. The color orange was like just swiftly just flowing. I cannot explain it. It's through what I saw, and I want you guys to feel what I saw. The feeling was so beautiful. And it was just orange and gold and yellow, just blossoming, blue, like blazing out. It looked like flames. Like coming out. Now, you cannot see even though the angels may look, the top looked like they were naked. No, I didn't see no private parts or none of that. It's just here, it was like the chest. And the face of this angel looked like human. The hair, he was a young soul. And nice light brown hair, human hair. The eyes were beautiful. The energy that he was showing me, the energy that I felt, I said, wow. And just his face was round, a round face, beautiful cheeks. The eyes were so clear. A young boy, a young man. And all I could see that was like human form for me that I saw was from here up. And all around his head, the orange and the gold is going like this. Like flowing. And I said, because you have to understand, they talk about the spirits and the angels, how, and also how jinns could take form as angels. They try to, but I didn't feel no bad energy because I know, listen, Allah created me the way he created me, just as he created you the way he created you. And I know a lot of you have these gifts as well, such as being a medium and being able to tell from a lot of things, when it comes to the spirits. And I said to Allah, and I still had my eyes closed, and I said, wow. And I just had this beautiful energy. It's like this angel came down after the Isha prayer. More for Allah to show me, Jasmine, what's going on is real. Your visions are real. This is happening. Guys, I said to my Creator, Allah, I said, Allah, if this is a bad energy, if this is not a good force, if this is not a good angel, if this is not a good spirit, please show me. And they said no. And I sat with that thought after I got up from the floor. I said, wow. I said, wow. And, you know, I wear a lot of Andera crystals, which a woman that I purchased from Etsy, she's really connected to the angels, and she works with the Creator, Allah. And she's into the Akashic records. And, you know, Andera crystals, I'm actually loving them more than gemstones, because the energy that exudes in this Andera crystal is very angelic and a very God-like energy. Now, I don't rely on crystals and all this stuff as, no, it's, to me, it makes me feel, it's a safety blanket. It makes me feel more, it's a reminder for me every day when I wear certain things. It's a reminder for me every day. So, now, when I was walking my dog this morning, right? I'm walking my dog, and the saints speak through us. The noble angels speak through us. And lately I've been seeing also through my visions and deep meditation and through even me just being up, sometimes my ears are ringing and I close my eyes and I see myself in these gateways, in these portals, and it's like shifting in reality away from this earth. And sometimes it's like I'm in a circle and it's these lights, blue light. And then sometimes, you know, I'm sitting down and something makes me be more aware, and it's like I see myself opening the veil and then there's light shining through, and then sometimes I see green land. But today I'm walking and voice goes to me, the galaxy is within your mind. I said, what? The galaxy is within your mind. The visions you see comes from the Creator. And I want to share this because I want you guys to understand this too. Now, this is only for my true chosen ones, my true chosen starseeds, and noble chosen ones that are on this path, and one that is a believer of the Creator, Allah, the believer of the angels and the saints, one that refrains from negativity, that refrains from evil, that stays to himself with the Creator, that does not entertain flesh-eating energy, does not take drugs, none of that. This is for my high vibrating souls. And I'm not here to put somebody down, but everything that I am sharing is for ones that are on this timeline, one that is on this journey with the Creator, Allah. And I say this with passion because there's a lot of misguidance out there, and there's a lot of false people out there. And there's a lot of people that are in flesh-eating devil energy, shaitan energy, thinking that they are noble, thinking that they work with the Creator, coming off as if they do. They do not. And stuff like that it's very detrimental to somebody, because they're leading people to the wrong way. They're falsely misguiding people. 8:57 on the timer, and it's bad. So the galaxy's within your mind, and I'm walking my dog, and it's cold out. I'm walking. I said, the galaxy's within your mind. I'm like, the galaxy's within your mind. Then I hear that the visions that you see comes from the Creator. Then this came out my mouth when I was walking, and then I had to write it down so I don't forget. For the Creator is in all time and space. Therefore, you are walking through through gateways. That's how true it is. My mom's phone. Gateways of existence, because Allah allows it. Your soul is showing you, guys, listen, this is what's going on with you guys. Your soul is showing you through your mind / visions where you go when you are also asleep on different eons. The Creator is in all time and space. Therefore, you are walking through these gateways of the Creator. He is showing you. And I've been seeing these gateways, these portals, and the stars like galaxies. And then that kettle, the way it looked like the blazing sun, and the way it burnt in the kettle, the way it looked like. I said, this is how the world will be when it gets dark. The seraphim angels are very. You guys, your mind has been freed from clutter, from negativity. The Creator, this is for the ones that are truly locking into the Creator. Okay? You move and embody like the noble saints of Allah. You have certain abilities that Allah gave you, such as the saints. Such as the saints. And I'm not sitting here and saying that we are powerful like the saints, but you do not know how Allah created you. We don't know where our soul came from. It belongs to Allah. You don't know if your soul was once a saint and you wanted to take human form. We exist in all time of space with the Creator. This is a very deep topic for me. And, I hope that I gain an audience here on YouTube so we can all share together, and that I am also able to channel for others across the world to help them have a greater understanding. I know that this is my purpose. And as I dive deeply with myself and with my Creator, it's really beautiful. You guys are seeing different spaces of space, like a tunnel, like you're walking through these tunnels, these gateways. With them saying to me, the saints, the noble saints and the angels saying to me, Jazz, the Creator Allah has selected many of you to see, to hear more, to feel more. Did you ever question how did you come out of all the things that you ever came out of? That's like a saint-like energy. You guys have overcome many obstacles just as the saints have. Did you ever question how are you able to read one's mind? I know for myself. And I had one person say to me, Jazz, I understand why people don't like you. And I said, why is that? She said, because you could see right through them. You read me for filth. And I can read someone with, I don't have to use tarot cards. I use tarot cards. It's fun to me. I love oracles, like the images. And and it's very true. As a chosen one, you guys get looked at because you can see right through people. And when we're one with the Creator, Allah, we want to show love and compassion even after betrayals that we have gone through. And still we have love and compassion within our heart, and we are unbothered by people's actions. But we know the truth, and we always have known the truth, even upon this world. A lot of us had suffered, we thought we were in mental conflict or had mental issues, but no. A lot of us, even myself, I went through a vicious cycle in 2018 till 2019, where the doctors had put me on medications. I remember I took depression pills and it made me snap, and then she put me on high doses of narcotics, Adderall, all this stuff that was not for me. And this doctor gave me a diagnosis in 20 minutes. And I was on these medications for a year, which made me crazy. And I was deeper in the spirit realm. And, sometimes I wish and I still can, but I said, I leave it in God's hand. When someone misdiagnoses you, you could sue them. But I said, I leave it in God's hand. I was going through a lot of stuff. And that was the first time I went into rehab, and I came out because I went into rehab twice. And obviously when you numb yourself, you wake up, it's like a whole reality shift. And you're like, where the hell are you? So in 2018, that happened, end of 2017 to 2018. And I know that a lot of you probably have struggled with thinking that there was something wrong with you, but no, you were just feeling a lot of energy. Now, yes, there's some people that do have mental instability, but I look at it as if like that person has a jinn inside of them. That person must be possessed. Because Allah created the mind to be powerful. Allah created the mind the way He created, but then you don't know who this soul is. You don't know that soul in that person's body, who they are. Things happen for a certain reason, man. You never know, and I'm not here to judge and say anything upon anybody. But that happened to me. That's my story. And I remember I was so lost, and I was like, I don't need these medications. Well, what the hell am I taking this for? I was so gone. And I went and I tattooed my arm. Yeah, I tattooed my arm. Within 2 months, I did these images, these dark images, and of what I was experiencing prior, even before. Like, basically, I tattooed my arm of my story, of the shadow part of my story, which was really, I was that brave. And sometimes when I look back and I wish that I didn't do it, but it's all right. It's okay. We're human. We make mistakes, and as long as we We know who we are, and the Creator Allah knows who we are. And a lot of people will judge us, chosen ones. A lot of people will judge us. And that's why you have to stand confident in your strength and in your integrity and who you are as a soul, as a vessel, who you walk with. We know who we walk with. We walk with the Creator Allah. These people don't. These people don't, and that's why they feel the way that they do with you. They don't have faith. They don't believe in Allah. They don't believe in the Creator. Therefore, Therefore, they don't believe in the Creator. They don't believe in themselves. So why would we care what they have to say about us? And it's happened all our lives. You understand? So yeah, with that being said, that doctor really, my God, and it was scary, guys. It was really scary. And I said, how could somebody do that now? Me, mashallah, as I am now, after everything I faced and gone through. All the struggles I had, everything. I'm like, I can't believe I fell for that. I can't believe I allowed a doctor to control me, to say that I am this or that, to say this. Wow. And there's some people that, yes, they may need things, but I feel like pharmaceutical drugs is witchcraft. It was designed. And, I was talking about the Nazis, how the Nazi symbol kept coming to me the other day when I was channeling some things. And as you know, Hitler designed certain drugs for a certain reason, such as with the kamikaze soldiers with Adderall and Xanax, for them to just be tunnel vision. A lot of these drugs that were created are destroying people too. These medications, these mind-altering pills and substances, they're destroying humanity. And I have a freedom. I have freedom to speak. I will speak my truth. I'm not here bashing nobody, but I am sharing my truth. This is my truth. Therefore, no one shall feel away with my truth, just as I don't feel no way with someone else's truth. Because there's a lot of people. Now, let me get into this 33:16. I want to read to you. Oh, this is what I want to read to you. Paradise and hell, right? So, hold on a second, guys. The fire consumes all, right? I'm going to read from this. The fire consumes all, destroying everything and leaving nothing untouched. It burns skin reaching to the bone, melting the contents of the stomach, mounting to the hearts and exposing what is innermost and vitals. The Prophet told us, wasalam, fire as we know it is 1/70th part of the fire of hell. Someone said, O Messenger of Allah, it is enough as it is. He said, the fire of hell, is as if 69 equal portions were added to fire as we know it. This fire never dies down, no matter how much time passes. So taste you the results of your evil actions. No increase shall we give you, except in torment. When it becomes very hot, wait until it cools down to pray, because the intense heat is a breeze from hell. Hell speaks and sees. A lot of people are afraid to speak about this. Shadows of black smoke. Hold on. Look at this. It is in the shadow of black smoke. Shade usually makes one feel cool and comfortable, and people love to feel it. But this shade in hell will be neither cool nor pleasant. It is the shadow of black smoke. And that's exactly what I saw in that kettle. That is exactly what I saw in the circle of the kettle. And those on the left hand will be those on the left hand in fierce hot wind and boiling water and shadow of black smoke. And then, give me a second, guys. I may do some energy reading with the oracles too for you guys today. Oh no, that's something else. Now, then I'm going to read this about, this is this book that I have. Okay. When Allah, here, okay. The Prophet said, Judgment Day will not come on anyone who is saying Allah, Allah. This means that the Judgment Day will only come when no one is calling on his Lord. That is, there will only be unbelievers left on earth. When Allah orders angel Israfil to blow the trumpet, everything in this world will disappear. Even inhabitants of heavens, samawat, will also completely vanish, except for those whom Allah wishes to remain. Angel Israfil will sound the first blast of the trumpet, causing complete destruction. The whole earth will shake and disintegrate into dust, and there will be nothing left except that Allah wills. Allah will order Israfil to blow the trumpet again, but instead of destruction, the second blast will resurrect all creation. Okay, all creation, even ones that are buried right now. And people will start to see what us chosen ones have always seen as well. 909 on the timer. 9 could be very significant. And we are in the year of 9. Allah is showing his power and greatness that with the same trumpet he can make everyone die and make everyone alive again. Absolutely. And then here, because I'm telling you, it's this chaotic energy that I've been feeling, and I know something is happening. And these are my prophecies. This is Allah. Allah is guiding me the way he knows, the way he does. Now I want to talk about this fire. The Prophet of Allah says some people will alight on low-lying ground, which they will call Al-Basra, besides a river called Dajla, the Tigris, over which there is a bridge. Its people will be numerous, and it will be one of the capital cities of immigrants, or one of the capital cities of Muslims, according to the version of Ibn Yahya, who reported from Abu Ma'mar. At the end of time, the descendants of Kantura will come with broad faces and small eyes and alight on the bank of the river. The town's inhabitants will then separate into 3 sections, one of which will follow cattle, or in one version camels, and live in the desert and perish. Another of which will seek security for themselves in one version, and fall into kurf and perish. And a third who will put their children behind their backs and fight the invaders. Those who are killed will be martyrs. Those who will be killed will be martyrs. The remainder will be granted victory by Allah. Another hadith describes a huge fire coming from Hadramaut, Yemen, indicating that there will be conflict in that area as well. The Prophet said, Wasalam, a huge fire will issue from the Hadramaut, from the direction of the sea in Hadramaut, before the day of resurrection, which will cause a great movement of people. They said, O Messenger of Allah, what do you order us to do at that time? He said, you must go to Sham, which indicates that the region of the Arabian Peninsula will not be safe. And, hold on. Wait. I heard a bird. And you have to ask for signs too, man. You gotta go outside and feed the birds as well. The Prophet said that Islam will slowly disappear at the end of time. People will no longer know what kind of prayer they are performing or be cognizant of their fasting, and charity will not be given. The small signs of the last days, Almat al-Sugbra, mentioned by the Prophet have occurred, so every Muslim and truly every human being must take notice. One cannot suppose that it is very far off, because the Prophet said, I was sent so close to the judgment day like these 2 fingers, and he held up the forefinger and the middle one. Indeed, in every prayer, Muslims read Surah Al-Fatiha, in which Allah is referred to as the owner of the judgment day, Maliki Yawmiddin. Despite this, Muslims act as if it will not happen. Closer and closer to mankind comes their reckoning, yet they heed not and they turn away. Islam will have deteriorated like clothes deteriorate, until there will be no one who knows what fasting, prayer, charity, and rituals are. The Quran will disappear in one night, and no verse of it will be left on earth. Some groups of old people will be left who will say, we heard our father saying, La ilaha illallah. So we repeated it. Sila asked, Hud hafa, what will saying La ilaha illallah do for them when they do not know what prayer, fasting, ritual, and charity are? Hud Haifa ignored him. Then Sila repeated his question 3 times, and each time Hudafa ignored him. Finally he answered, O Sila, it will save them from hell, and said it 3 times. The Prophet said, Judgment Day will not come on anyone who is saying Allah, Allah. Remember that. It won't. The Prophet gave an indication about how people will be recreated at the resurrection, and this has been conformed with people with the help of modern technology, technological advances. Between the 2 blasts of the trumpet, there will be 40. The people said, O Abu Hurayya, 40 days he refused to reply. They said 40 years he refused to reply, and added, everything of the human body will decay except the tailbone. You guys know that. Okay, they call it the coccyx. And from that bone, Allah will reconstruct the whole body. The earth eats of all of the human being except the tailbone. That bone right here in the lower back. That's how God created, okay? He was created from it, and on it he is built. 1400 years ago, the Prophet said that with death, the whole body is consumed by the earth except for the tailbone. Muslim scientists could not understand this hadith in the past, but when a grave was opened, they would not find the tailbone as all the remains were disintegrated. Scientists were able to unravel the secret behind this hadith of the Prophet. Using the sophisticated techniques of DNA analysis, scientists took a sample of the bone and subjected it to the most severe stresses imaginable. They crushed it under high pressure, boiled it, and even cremated it. Yet no matter what they did, it was impossible to destroy the DNA contained in that bone, under conditions which annihilate all other bones and cells. The remnant of the coccyx somehow survived, thereby preserving the DNA of that person. Each cell of the human body contains the entire genetic blueprint for the whole body, and this microscopic remnant of the coggio DNA contains sufficient information to recreate the entire human being. You understand? Like when we speak about souls being reincarnated. This is deep. And some may look at us as if we're crazy. Reincarnation, that bone, you will be recreated. You don't even know if you were recreated in this life. That's why people talk about past lives. In Islam, they don't really believe in that, but they believe of the soul, of the spirit of the soul. But I believe that I am an old soul. And you are an old soul too, chosen one, if you're watching this video right now. Such information bestowed by Allah on the Prophet so many centuries ago show Allah's greatness. And remember, when you're doing true activation, bringing down your ancient codes. For me, it's Sumerian Akkadian, the old ancient Arabic tongue. And I'm speaking Arabic words throughout my day, bringing down codes, prayers that are not even written in the... I can't explain it, and I want to write this. This is why I have an Arabic dictionary. So I am able, and a Sumerian dictionary. So I'm able to also guide myself, because I want to put out the truth. Our DNA, you don't know where you come from. This is why I have so many different aspects of myself that's from so many different cultures. This is why I share this, because so you guys are not alone. You guys must have a certain DNA that you're not even aware of. And it's until you truly unlock it with your Creator. Therefore, and then you will know. But on the Day of Judgment, obviously, yeah. But I'm talking about now for like the star seed, so they have a greater understanding when it comes to their DNA. Such information bestowed by Allah on the Prophet so many centuries ago shows Allah's greatness, our smallness, and our powerful evidence to believers that their time would be better spent in seeking the benefit of the afterlife, with the fervor most spent in pursuing the interests and pleasures of this temporary life. Yeah, the Creator's creation is incomparable to anything. Okay? The way He creates us is just different, guys. Alright? Every drop of that rain will be composed of sperm, which will connect to the egg of each person, that being the remains of the coccyx, in order to recreate that person. You understand? Allah said in the Holy Quran, when the earth is shaken to its utmost convulsion, and the earth brings forth its burdens from within. You understand that a lot of us, we don't know if Allah had recreated us. We don't know where that bone, who we are, our DNA. We have certain attributes. This is a very deep topic. And I want to read here. To you guys. Okay, this is another book. The unbelievers refuse to believe in God, His angels, and His revelations. They only, and I read this part so you guys understand about when I shared my vision. Okay? The only belief, people will tell me I'm crazy. People will say, oh, this girl needs to belong. She needs to go somewhere. No, I don't. No. No. And they will do that with you too, Chosen. But you got to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself out there because the Creator wants you to. You're meant to help people. The unbelievers refuse to believe in God, His angels, and His revelations. They only believe in material things. To them, belief in what one sees and the material is more practical. Such practical-minded people are blind to the reality for which God has given children, prophets, saints, and believers eyes and power to see. To those, the power is given to feel and to see the angelic beings that reside among us and to visualize these spiritual things. When we see such matters with believing eyes, we become receivers, clearly catching the images sent by the spiritual emissaries. We visualize them as real, not false pictures in our daily lives. Energy is a form of angelic power. Human beings have been granted the permission to use it. As we can develop the instruments to use these energies with greater sophistication, we can achieve more and more visible powers in the material world. So like people talk about light language is beautiful. That is, in the sense, is speaking in tongues. Even when I speak Akkadian, Sumerian, it's speaking in tongues. Even Arabic for me is speaking in tongues. It's an angelic form of speaking. Okay, and it activates a lot within you. The energy that is used to light a lamp conveys sound to a loudspeaker. See images on a television, run a car, launch a satellite, keep us warm in winter and cool in summer, and all the same. Only the instruments change. Similarly, angelic energies change from one person to another. The source is one and the same. When human beings elevate themselves to higher states of purity, so like I said, when you're on this beautiful journey of elevating and truly fasting every day. Like I said, I don't eat anything that bleeds no more. I look at meat as a delicacy now. I look at water, I cherish it. And water, coming soon. People are going to be fighting over water very soon. Very soon. That's why you got to stock up on your water. I'm telling you, stock up on your water. They can use this energy to be more powerful and visible to others as servants of God. You could be an angel in human form. Your soul. All right, my beautiful chosen one. Please remember who you are. And I am, as I speak and I share my visions and my experiences, what I know, what the Creator allows me to know. I am learning more and more of who I am. And I am forever grateful that I made it. We got to make the world a better place. And they then become messengers of this angelic power. Okay? Angels and their power are not sent down to satisfy the whim or curiosity of unbelievers. They are sent to bring inspiration to God's servants. Okay? To execute His decrees. To help people in their daily lives and resolve their problems. They raise and protect children through their childhood in order to bring all human beings to the highest level they can reach in divine presence. You understand that I became an aunt at 5 years old. I was always very protective of babies, children, all my life. Raised all three of my nephews. All three of my nephews. Babysat different kids. I always felt like I had to protect them. That is another sign for you guys, okay? Angels and their angelic powers do not help tyrants and oppressors dominate this world. Instead, they look for soft-hearted people to direct them and instruct them how to keep this world orderly and pure from spiritual and material pollutions, because there's so much material pollutions going on. They disconnect their energies from anyone who tries to harm nature, animals, or human beings, or exploit them for selfish purposes. Absolutely. And this is why you guys have stepped away from people. Even myself, I do not deal with nobody. The only person I truly speak to is my mother. And you guys on YouTube. And I'm pretty sure people from family and people that I've cut off, they stalk me on my YouTube channel. You know, it got to the point where I had to delete my Instagram. And I was like, I'm not trying to reach fame or anything, but I'm taking this down because I'm tired of this gang stalking and I'm tired of these people talking bad. And I said, I'm just going to take it to YouTube. And however my Allah, I have to deliver these messages because my Creator Allah wants me to. And whatever Allah does with me, that's in His hands. But these people were doing so much and even some wicked stuff. You believe in good, you got to believe in the bad. But we transmute that, we overcome that because Allah grants us the power to overcome that. Overcome and heal ourselves and come out of sickness. And to reprogram our mind, body, heart, and soul. And through deep prayer every day, 5 times a day, you're going to find more and more. Allah and the angels will show you signs. More and more. The angelic source of power rests on 360 pillars. Each pillar can contain entire visible universe. The distance between one pillar and the next is 500,000 of God years. One day in the sight of God is like 1,000 of your years. God has created for this angelic power 1,600,000 heads. Each head has 1,600,000 faces. Each face is bigger than this universe by 1,600,000 times. And each face has 1,600,000 mouths. Each mouth contains 1,600,000 tongues. Each tongue praises God with 1,600,000 different languages. For each praise, God creates 1,600,000 angels. And all these angels shall say on Judgment Day, O God, give the reward of our praises to your believing servants among human beings. I love you guys. And I don't know how long I've been recording, but I do want to, I'm going to do oracles in another video and speak about this energy. But I really, listen, and you know, in Islam they say not to believe in images and all that stuff. No, it's not that I worship images. When I look at certain images like art, you know, even just artifacts, it reminds me of where my soul from different lives. And it's just a safety blanket for me. It's to remind me where I come from and what I know. You know, in Islam, you know, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said images are restricted. But in my heart, I look at images as art. Because we are art as a human being. We are art. And, you know, when I see also images of angels and, you know, I'm going to draw my own. Like I have one here from an artist of one of the Ophanam angels her vision. And then that's her owl that she created. You know, I love owls. And, you know, there's little things that we may collect throughout our time of living. It's for a reason. And in Islam, like I said in the other video, this chaos energy. In Islam, dragons represent chaos. Now, the galactic beings, interdimensional beings, they look at dragons as force, spirit guides that protect us. And everything is a different meaning for everything. And I know as chosen ones, we are always seeking and trying to search for the true truth, the noble truth. And just because, you know, when you have these powers that Allah has gifted you with, people are going to say that you are crazy. People are going to say that you do black magic. Look at King Suleiman. Okay, they judged him. They said that he did evil. These people were just jealous that he was gifted. And he didn't use his gifts for bad. Same thing with Muhammad. Wasalam. But you know, these signs and A lot of things are changing here on Earth, guys. You know, I mentioned in other videos, and this chaotic energy is here on Earth. And there's a lot of clearing going on for you guys in your Godhead. And I tried to upload also my other video. I don't know why it's taking so long to upload. It was a 10-minute video of my dream with representing the Surah Al-Baqarah. And I may just do one real short one on here now. But please share this video so that others are able to hear this message. Comment, like, and share, and subscribe to my channel if you wish to. I'm not here to force anybody to do anything, but I want people to hear this message, because I don't want people to feel like they're left alone out in the forest, you know, in the midst of the void. And lately also too, that's another thing, I've been seeing dark circles in my mind. Like, I'll go through this gateway and it's all color and the stars like in space, and then it's like it'll come to me like a vision of an owl, but this owl has black eyes, black pit. All of a sudden the owl disappears and then it's a black hole. It's very deep. But with that being said, please stay safe. It's Friday, February 21st, 9:30 in the morning. You know, if there's one thing I can say to you guys is, not against anybody's religion, but you guys should really turn to Islam. Yeah. I love you. Have a beautiful day.